Good morning, Year 7, and welcome to Thursday's lesson. Today we are going to be looking at theatre programmes. So Shakespeare's plays are very regularly performed, both in traditional dress, traditional speech, and in modern interpretations. The first thing we'd like you to do today is have a look at the 3 theatre programmes on this slide, and we'd like you to analyse those programmes. So think about the font that they have used, think about the colour schemes they have used, and think about the imagery they have used. What do these things suggest each play will be about, and why? So think about the connotations. What do those colours or images make you think of? So for example, with the Macbeth programme, the font is in red, we've got blood splatters, so those have connotations of anger and violence and death. So it might suggest to us that the play we're about to see will contain all of those things, and that might then mean, actually as an audience, we understand this is going to be a tragedy. So have a go at each one of these theatre programme covers and analyse it to understand what each cover is suggesting about the play. The next thing we'd like you to do is design a programme for one of the plays you have studied. Okay, so theatre programmes contain a lot of information about the production you're about to see, and it can include a cast list, a plot summary, a bit of background information about the play, the playwright. It might contain some useful quotes from the play. It might contain images from the play as well. So what we'd like you to do is take a landscape piece of A4 paper and fold it into thirds like a leaflet. If you're unsure about how to do this, there is an image at the bottom of this slide that shows you exactly how you can do that. Alternatively, you can just use your book, turn your book landscape and divide the page into 3. So ideally what we're after is you having 3 clear sections that you can fill in. Inside, this is what we would like you to include. So on one side, a basic plot summary. So like the blurb of a book, write down what happens in this play to give the reader or your audience an idea of what's going to happen without giving away the ending and spoiling the play for us all. Tell us whether it's a tragedy, a comedy or a history play. What could we expect from that? So we've already looked at the fact that a tragedy might end in death. What does comedy end in? What can we expect from a history play? And can you tell us a little bit of history about the play itself? So when was it first performed? And think about how audience might have reacted to it. So think back to our work on the supernatural, the role of women, the idea of order and chaos and the chain of being. How might they have thought about those things when they first saw a performance of this play? In the centre third, this is where you need to start listing the cast of your play. So that means who are the main characters and who are you going to choose to perform those roles on stage. So tell us a little bit about each character, what they're like, and give us a reason why you've chosen each actor to play that part. So I know a lot of you, when you were doing the Beatrice work a few days ago, chose Emma Watson, for example, because she has played a strong female character before. So give us a little bit of information about those things. Our final third, we would like you to list at least 5 famous quotes from this play and who says them, so which character those quotes are attributed to. If you are feeling up to the challenge, you could choose a famous speech from this play and create a modern translation of it, just to help your audience understand what's going on at a key point in the play. If you have done all this and you still have time left in your hour for English, don't forget that you can design the cover for your theatre programme as well. So how can you show what kind of play it is? Through the images you choose, through the font you choose, through the colour scheme you choose. Refer back to that work that we did at the beginning of today's lesson and use that to inform the choices you're making for your own cover. I've already said today that this could be for one of the plays that we have studied, and if you choose one of those, fantastic. If you're feeling like you want a little bit of extra challenge, choose a play that we haven't looked at and do a bit of research about that and create a theatre programme for something that we've not looked at instead. Obviously, this is just an extra level of challenge that you only have to do if you are interested in doing that. It is absolutely fine to pick one of the ones that we have studied. Okay, Make sure you send this to your class teacher. I'm sure they'll be really pleased to have a look at it, and I will see you again soon.